Right, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So by now you should have all made your fidget spinner if you've been following along with the 6 previous videos. Today what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a professional technical drawing, and there's a dead easy way on OnShape that we can do this. So there's two main types of technical drawing that well I'm going to deal with in my videos. They're the orthographic drawing, where you can see the dimensions from the front, top, and side view. There's the exploded drawing as well that we're going to do today. Um, that shows all the parts drawn out, and it shows how they all fit together. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to need to assign a material to each of these pieces. So if I go into my spinner grip, this is the silicone thing that goes in each of the holes. We've got 3 of them. All I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag around the whole part. I'm going to right click. I'm going to click on Assign Material for Part 1. And because this is going to be a rubber or silicone, flexible plastic, um, in this box where it says none there, I've got this whole list of materials. I'm going to type rubber. The first thing that comes up is silicone rubber, which is what I want. And why I do this is because A, it's going to come up as a statistic in my table, and B, it's going to give me an appropriate weight or mass. So once you've done that, you just select it and click the tick, and now it's got a mass to it. Okay, so we can do exactly the same thing for the bearing cage. Now, I'm not going to worry about doing these individually. What we might do actually, I'm going to make my the marble, the ball bearing. I'm going to make that, if you just type, in fact, stainless steel comes up here. Now, even I don't know the different types of stainless steel. I'm just going to click the top one, which is 300 series, and click the tick. And the other 2 parts, I'm going to see if it's going to allow me to put PLA, which is, there we go. PLA is the most common plastic used for 3D printing, and it's one of the only ways that you can make one of these bearing cages without having multiple parts, because there's no other way to actually get that ball bearing in. So I'm just going to make both of these parts PLA. And now we're on to the main bit of the spinner. Now, there's one plastic, if you don't know, that is used for the vast majority of toys. Kids' toys, trains, remote control cars. Lego is another massive one. It's non-toxic, it's durable, it's easily molded, and that plastic is called ABS. I don't know if I can do it all together. I'm just going to do it one at once. So click on part 1, right click, assign material. I'm going to type ABS, and it's one of the top ones there. I'm just going to do that to the other 2 parts. Assign material, ABS. Oh, I just need to make sure I've unclicked the initial one. It might have already done this one for me. Yeah, there we go, ABS. And now we just click part 3, assign material, ABS done it for me. Right, okay, so I've got all these 3 parts that have got the material ABS assigned, and I've got now every part, I think, with a material to it. What I need to do now is jump into my assembly where I've got my full model, and I've got these 5 tabs at the right hand side. The top one says BOM table. That stands for Bill of Materials. And this allows me, this has got all my parts, all the numbers of each part. And what it's going to do is allow me to add some information. So the things I want are the item, the quantity, the part number, which I'm going to get rid of because that's pretty much just what the item is showing. And the description. Now, I can add columns to this. I want to put a name. I want to put a material, and I want to put mass in there. And what I'm going to do, description is, you might put in there how it's attached, how it's molded together. Because most of mine is press fitting, I'm going to get rid of that column because there's no real vital information I'm going to want there. I'm going to get rid of part number because I think I've already got that highlighted in my item column. and you'll see it actually puts my mass in either side of material. It puts that automatically in this column, and it fills out my mass for me as well. These three parts, so they're the three parts of the bearing cage. They won't be zero. They'll just be so small that it won't recognise in for significant figures. Okay, I'm going to pause the video while I go ahead and name everything. Okay, so as you can see, I've now assigned a name to each part. I've got my spinner body, top plate, that should be the bottom plate, outer cage, inner cage, this is my ball bearing, and my silicon grip. So now I've got that, I need to go down to, I can click that just to put that back in here, and I'm going to go down to my exploded view. I'm going to add an exploded view. And what this is going to do is just going to allow me to use the arrow handlebars to just pull this apart in a controlled way. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the bottommost part. I'm going to pull it down, and you'll see that the center line appears. I can control exactly how far it goes down. I'm going to have this going at intervals of 50. If I want it to go down rather than up, what I need to do is just put -50, and that swings down to the bottom there. And I've got a nice little center line. This is going to be my top face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this right to the top for the minute. I'm going to move that down a little bit in a second. I'm going to leave it there. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to raise each of my silicon grips up, and because they're all going together, they all sit on the same level, they're all the same thing, I'm going to click on each of them, and I'm going to move them up together 50 mil, and click the tick. And each one of those has their own center line. Next, and these are all together, but I am going to do them, I am going to raise them separately. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the outer cage up. I'm going to move that up 100, just dealing in 50 mil intervals. I'm going to move the ball bearings up 150. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to move the inner cage up to 100. Just type it in. And what this means is that this top face will want to be, it looks like it's about there. No, I've actually lost about where it should be. That looks about right. Cool. So now I've got this tower of components, if you will. Okay, now what I need to do is just go to, and when you've done that, click Done. Now I'm going to go to Insert New Tab, and I'm going to create a drawing. Now the drawing you're going to go to ISO, and you're going to find A3 ISO drawing. That's the International Standard Organization. This is how a professional page will look. And what you're going to do now, you'll be given this box to put in at the start. And we've got our Part Studios here. If we go across to Assembly, Assembly 2, there it is. Now, once we put that in, we can alter a range of different elements about it. What I'm going to do, I've got this that keeps coming off it. Just press Escape to get rid of that. And all you need to do then is double click on this, and you'll get this table coming out again. View orientation, you're going to want isometric. And then explode position, if we go to explode 1, which is what we've just done, it's going to show us it all exploding with all the center lines showing exactly how it goes together. Now, you might have done yours in a slightly different order. I've got loads of lines coming off here because of these ball bearings. You might have done yours a little bit more neatly than mine, and you can have a bit of a mess about with it. But all I'm going to do is double click that. It's a little bit big. I'm going to set the scale down to 1 to 2. And there we go. And what I'm going to do just to the side of it here, I'm going to insert another view with this button. I'm going to do exactly the same, explode position 1, but I'm going to keep it as a front view. Go down to 1 to 2. And what this is going to do, this is just going to give me a broad breakdown of what everything looks like from the definitive side view. Okay, now I spent some time making a lovely table with all my stats in. If I click on this button, so you've got several grids here about in the middle. If you click on where it says BOM table, bill of materials, all you need to do is just find a place to put it, click it down, and it should autofill with everything that you've put in it. Now, the important bit about this, and the bit that really makes this stand out is, I'm just going to move that over here. Each of these parts, so it says part number 1, hover over that, it's going to highlight part number 1, part number 2, 3, 4, etc. What I can do now, dead easy, this is a clever bit, I can grab this button. This is called your call out. And what this does is it automatically recognizes what number belongs to each part. So if I click on the call out, and you'll see the line actually highlights, so hover over it. If I click on that line, it will recognize that that is part 2. If I click on the main spinner body, it will recognize that is part 1, part 3, part 7, part 7, because remember it is the same part, it's just you've got a quantity of 3 of this part. It is exactly the same thing. You can see we've got a quantity of 3. And then I'm not going to go down, I'll do okay, some of the lines are hidden, that's just in your settings that you can change. I won't show you how to do that right now, but I'm just going to draw these call outs off it. And there you've got a professional style exploded drawing. What you can do just to make it that tad, give it that final touch, is you can fill out this table with drawing number, title, if it's drawn, checked or approved by anyone, and the dates that it's done, materials, finishes, total weight, which you can find just by adding up everything in this table, and then there you have it, your technical exploded drawing. Okay, guys, that is going to be the final video in this series. If you're interested in rendering it, look out for another video we've got, and if so, we look forward to seeing you there. If not, thank you for watching, and we hope that you've got some use out of it. Bye.